at the beginnings. It usually takes 1 minute to like 50 seconds if you skip the trailer. So it's basically like 2 minutes. 2 minutes below.
Can you guess how much it takes to load BFN?
Probably. Oh.
No, 30,000 million hours.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. Guess what's bigger than a million?
I don't know, a bajillion?
That will. Wait, bigger than a trillion?
Do the glitch real quick.
The nighttime glitch?
No. Do the corn airship.
I don't know what the corn airship glitch is.
The one where you do the last mission of corn, where you protect the corn until he reaches the plant base, until he reaches the zombie base.
Yeah, the one that makes it nighttime. You play 0 bar 30. You drive the corn all the way to the zombie base, and when the cutscene with the AC Perry and the Conehead zombie play, immediately quickly switch to the zombies, and you'll experience like some sort of out of the map prototype of the corn base for a bit. You can't actually fail the quest 0 bar 30. Did you know that?
Why?
Oh god, I just forgot what my question was. What was my question again?
Fail 0 bar 30.
Oh.
Why can you not fail 0 bar 30?
Sometimes I can't do, I don't know how I can explain this in the best way, but I don't exactly like to play 0 bar 30 a lot, since it's like a quest that takes a little longer than expected. 5 or 6 to 7 minutes, I would say, because if you ignore the zombies, it's basically trying to make the mission slower. So it basically matters on how long you ignore the zombies for to dedicate the minutes. That's a map right there. Don't you like my mathematical skills?
Yep.
I'd have to say myself, math is pretty important.
That's why they force you to have math in school.
It also is good because when you can learn Morse codes, binary codes, and you can even learn how to
I have a viewer. I was
yourself.
actually broadcasting.
Alright. Hello, viewer. It seems like any viewers that are watching this after the playback, or any viewers that are watching it on this stream now, currently.
And if you're done, say something in the chat.
And that doesn't include swearing. Remember, you ruined the stream.
And I'm terrible at aiming.
I mean, okay. Anyways, viewer that's here right now, we got some special news for you. So remember how we said on March 31st something special is coming out? Yeah, it's actually our like second live event, and this time it's even more live. because
This
we're
live
gonna be
is
going
gonna
into.
big.
I'm not sure if you understand what we're trying to say here, but what we're trying to say is like every live event we do, it will get better. Right now we're at we sometimes me and Artex
Delivered your
plan
pizza.
before we do the role play. I know that's not something Darth would do. In the
Yes,
past
he would
that
swear at our streams and ruin everything.
No, what I'm saying is something Darth wouldn't do often would probably be planning for a Necros episode, or should I say Alternadia. Credit to Reaper for that name. Go subscribe to RDSYT and this channel too. Subscribe to both channels. Subscribe. Hang on. Let me give a small shout out bonus that everyone can subscribe to. Subscribe to Artex's account, okay, the account that you're watching right now. Subscribe to Amarina the Pro Gamer, okay, my account. Subscribe to Dr. Donkey's gaming channel, okay, Dark. And finally, subscribe to RDSYT, the one who came up with Alternating name. Boom. Four
Also
channels
known
you should
as-
subscribe to
also
right
known
now.
as Reaper. And just say something and you left the broadcast.
Was he too bored of the talking?
Yeah, I was too bored of you saying our channels like, I'm bored.
Shout outs be like, subscribe to this channel, viewers. Excuse me, I was gonna do the opposite of that. Yeah? What did you say again? I'm about to do the nighttime glitch. Where, you know, in the nighttime glitch with the Zero Bark 30 quest, you're on Earth when you're in the backyard, but when you do the nighttime glitch, you can be caught, you can catch Earth. Sometimes these screenshots are really buggy. Yeah.
So can I join now?
Yeah. I was gonna do the water glitch earlier, but I figured we might not even need that because we need to restart the roleplay that we did earlier. Oh yeah, anyone who's watching the stream probably should know. Sometimes we do glitches for our roleplays. The reason that we sometimes do glitches for our roleplays is that glitch before in one of the episodes, I think. So,
Which one is it, though?
Like the nighttime glitch in the backyard.
No. Which episode did they do it on?
I think it was the one where Pulse was a bee for Halloween. I don't remember the rest. It was just the one where Pulse was a bee for Halloween. If you watched that, yeah. I think it's like season 1 or 2. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Anyways,
there it is! It's planet Earth, and I can sue Mexico all I want.
This is how we treat coronavirus. This is how we treat coronavirus to the Earth. And this is how we treat the Earth with the coronavirus. Nothing. Because Earth deserves better than this.
Why do I notice that Rose's castle is just right over there?
It's so easy to see. It's like Rose's castle. If you actually look at this way, if someone goes into Rose's castle, it's like over there instead, and not over there in the castle.
Also, I got my first Fall Guys win! Woo!
Yeah. Someday, tomorrow, I might have to make a video on that. Why are you wasting your Christmas bots? anyways, I'm not sure if
that
you
is
know.
not so showing up like in the stars
This
has now become dark.
This is pretty normal. I'm pea shooter. So normal, right? No. Imagine if we just swap.
Pretend there was like something happened, and this is a live event, by the way. Pretend something happened and we didn't know what happened. Why are we in space, Sunflower?
I don't know. Also, is it every time I look at this tree gets bigger? Wait, it's growing right now. And then
I don't know. I
we
always
were
wonder. Didn't Rose said that she hit her castle good?
Yeah.
Why does it show over there?
Calls Rose. Beep pop, beep pop. Hey Rose, you need to record it to your console better. I can see it from all the way in the player base. Oh, sorry. I'll fix that.
Pretend she couldn't pretend she floated around. Whoa. I think gravity's starting to reach you guys. You better run or else you'll float into space.
And then we just hid in the flowers. Just pretend this is me and not Sunflower. Sunflower's right here. This is just a replacement of Sunflower for the roleplay, alright?
Pretend, get down somewhere! Get somewhere that is high enough to block you.
Teacher, it's a good thing that I always have my secret treasure chest here, even though it's not really a secret. Da-da-da. Just pretend I'm inside it. Da-da-da.
Pretend gravity reached us. Whoa!
And then you saw weed flying into space.
Pretend gravity reached again, and you said, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh. And Peace Shooter, get over here. Force pull. I think that's the last of the gravity for now, and it was until you saw Sunflower shrinking, and her voice was getting squeakier because she was shrinking. So, Peter, how are you doing today? Wait, what? Why are you getting bigger?
Pretend you saw that was big.
Peter! What are you doing? How did you become big?
I don't know. I'm not so sure how I should.
And then we were so tiny that a rock was about to hit us and trap us.
Yeah. Pretend we escaped with my hyper. Come on, grab it! Grab!
But in our planned roleplay, we actually we were so small that the rock hit us. The rock was too big. I think this was a planned roleplay. So I know where the rock is, so don't continue to roleplay.
Pause the roleplay. You saw that I grew and I broke the rock. Okay, I grew back to normal. How are you so far?
Pea shooter?
What?
Come here.
Pretend you were too big for you to fit in the sewers. Pretend you grew. Get to the door! Good thing I don't die to a little toxic.
And then we finally were back to normal. But so far, notice something? P-shirt, this wasn't open before. The joy. I've always wanted to explore what's inside here.
Pretend we saw that this was the gnome's secret base.
Secret base? Check it out!
Sunflower, whatever you do, don't go to the portal.
Actually, that's a portal that if you look at it, you're instantly manipulated by time. And you become one with them. Teacher, don't stare into that portal, whatever you do.
Pretend you stared at the portal.
but she covered her eyes. Peacher, whatever you do, don't look at the portal, alright? Come here. Snatch.
Pretend you accidentally turned around because you said, I wonder what that portal does to you.
Peacher, are you gonna come here alright?
Sunflower, don't. Pretend
You
you
have
were
to
trying
snap
to
her out.
pretend you tried to get in, but I stopped you. No.
And you have to
no.
slap me out of it?
No. Slap.
Whatever.
No entering the portal. You're grounded for a month, Missy.
But that was just a joke. T-shirt. I know
That's
whenever you
just a
say
joke.
that. I can finally calm down in peace. Only toxic peace can't really connect with the fire, so that means fire can't connect with the toxic. And then we saw all these binary codes and we wondered what they meant. Also above you, what's all these timestamps for? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Sunflower,
10.
there's more.
And then you saw Sunflower was reading the binary code and she finally read what it said. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 100. Wait, sure. I think I found out what this means.
What does it mean?
The code says, I got a paper. The code says, time can't be manipulated. Only time can manipulate you.
Pretend I brought the code in here. Pretend the door was still locked. Time can't be manipulated. Time can't manipulate you. It's opening!
And then we saw that gnome disc. Be sure whatever you do, don't touch this. Be sure, what did you do? You activated a bomb that makes us dance forever. What have you done, pea shooter? And then Sunflower was getting a little closer over time. I've been doing paralyze for ages. I can probably paralyze over there. And I finally stopped it. Just pretend it stopped. I guess. Slap.
Ah,
Wait,
please
what's
don't
in
kill. Pretend you were mad and you tried to slap me. Please
Pea
don't
shooter.
slap me.
And Sunflower force pull you again. Listen. You know what? I'm guessing
Get off me right now.
I'm not even evil, pea shooter.
Monday.
And then Sunflower, who wanted to check out what those chests meant. You can go wherever you want. I'll be over here trying to explore what's in these chests. And you saw Sunflower found something extremely rare. Pea shooter. Can you be quiet already, you music.
Which was? Love horror movies. I've seen a few. All the same, right? I don't like horror. Oh, hey, your stars. What the balls? Absolutely not. I am a master of bragging. Just how to get people to think since Are you enjoying our videos as
Hello.
Okay, can we continue the roleplay now?
Yes.
You were right there last time, I think.
Yeah, I was about to Gatling you.
T-shirt. You know I'm not a bad guy. Anyway, you can go wherever you want. I'll be over here checking out what's in these chests. If you want, you can come along or just...
Pretend you thought I was beating you to... Pretend you said, no, Peter, no!
No, pea-shooter, calm down. Pea-shooter...
No.
Pea-shooter, you turn it off now.
Pretend I pushed you into the pit. The fun will never end!
Pea-shooter didn't fully recognize this just yet, but he was about to send Sunflower through a time loop, and time loops, aka time paradoxes, in this roleplay are like when too many things happen at once that you become a part of time. And that it's like it's like making someone too powerful, like someone too powerful that they can easily murder you in one shot, and you didn't realize you did this to Sunflower yet. So I'll warp home, and when you warp home, I want to like Sunflower's right in front of you. When you warp home. Hang on. Boo.
Ah!
And with just one shock, I can hurt you really bad.
Please.
You sent me through a time paradox. I can't get rid of it unless I use it on somebody. And then...
Pretend you saw that you said... Pretend you were using all your shots on the wall, even though I was behind it.
But it's like Sunflower could x-ray you. And you didn't know how Sunflower got these powers yet.
How did you get them?
Jeez, you don't remember? It just happened 2 minutes ago. You should be remembering.
Pretend you said, wait, how did you... Pretend you saw that I got cactus powers and you said, wait, how did you get cactus powers?
You get cactus powers.
Come and get me, you fool!
But you didn't realize this, but Sunflower had the power to control time. Even if you could stop time, Sunflower could stop time even harder. And he's still. You don't know what I could do. And Sunflower controlled you to move to her because she was controlling time itself. You don't know what I'm capable of because of you. You could break out of it right now, very easily. You could break through that circle very easily right now.
We could do this like this. You know how you can't damage plants? When I shoot the walnut, it does damage. Pretend you said I did damage.
No.
Time for the airstrike!
Until you noticed that hat was glued onto her, and it was a thing making time. You saw it vibrating, which was vibrating the whole universe. And when it stopped vibrating, that means the whole universe stops vibrating. So you're like in an earthquake right now, except much harder than expected. Want me to stop?
Pretend Sunflower didn't decide to stop hurting Pea Shooter because you saw that I got knocked out.
Stops. But you did. But one thing you remember when you woke up is that Sunflower's hat was vibrating the same time that the universe was vibrating. So you knew maybe that could have been causing Sunflower to have been manipulated by time very easily, and that he was a part of it now. Like, it made her be controlled. Don't mind me here.
Pretend you said you still pretend you saw that I pretend you teleported me here and you saw that I get up and you said you don't give up, do you?
Up, do you? And then you noticed the hat changed to a rainbow hat, which meant the Rainbow Guardian was controlling Sunflower. You don't realize our capability. Remember that binary code Sunflower found? Yeah, that's true.
Pretend you saw that the hat was breaking off by saying the code, and you had to act fast before I would break the hat. Pot, flamingo, lawnmower, barrel, water, and
she was able to control time.
And shovel.
And she was able to pause your time before and.
Pretend you were able to pause time before I said shovel and
But it wouldn't last long. It would only last 10 more seconds. But because time was frozen, you thought Sunflower just teleported. You finally noticed she stopped time. Once time was stopped, all you could do was Sunflower's head being blue and vibrating.
But they said, how can you move?
And how can you move now?
I told you, I control time too. Pretend I kicked you.
Yeah. So you never give up.
Bomb. Gatling.
And then, you realized that one press that Sunflower opened had the final golden gnome. And the gnomes could finish what they call ritual when it wasn't.
Pretend I had to do the code fast. Flamingo, boot, pot, fence, lawnmower, barrel, water, and shovel. Pretend you were free, but you saw Pisha heading straight to the gnome thing to stop this once and for all, and you tried to stop him because this could kill him.
You have to stop it.
I should have finished what we would have done from the very start. Pretend you said no, but I destroyed it.
And then you didn't die, but you happened to destroy time really hard. That you really fast forwarded in time so hard that because you were fast forwarding, you were stuck in that one area when you were fast forwarding in time. So because sometimes Pisha, basically during that time, let me do a quick summary of what would happen.
Pretend you saw that Pisha was falling into the pit and you had to save him. Pretend it was too late.
And I caught you.
Pretend it was too late. Pretend you grabbed my arm, but it ripped off.
Never. Fast forward in time.
Sunflower has now been renamed the new hero. But was it all worth it?
There is one thing that only Sunflower knew, and that was in only a few light years, which can happen right now because the time is currently being fast forwarded very fast. Basically, let me
Pretend Sunflower knew that pea shooter will come back someday, and she kept repeating that every 1 week. Pretend you said that right now.
And then we saw, and then for once we saw Sunflower write something, and it was that binary code she had found. However, different binary code, and this citron was able to read it, and the binary code said, if I can't find Peacher can find himself. Even if right now, I don't.
Sunflower.
It doesn't matter.
Pretend Sunflower assigned Citron to track Peacher, and she went to see Citron to see what progress was made.
And then you saw binary code again. And let me just say what it says after you scan it, cause let's just say you kind of
pretend you said, "Hey, Citron,
a binary code.
How's it going?"
And then Sunflower say random words understand until Sunflower said it clearly. Clearly, time matters. And at a certain point, everything will become destroyed, and nothing could be saved. It would all be controlled by the evil and all those.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
And then she said it clearly. What I'm trying to say is, if we don't save Peacher in a matter of time, the Rainbow Guardian and all the other gnomes will control make Peacher unstoppable, which makes Peacher able to knock out every plant and bring them to Grimoire, which means that Grimoire could use a mind control potion on all the plants until all the plants, all the zombies, and all the gnomes will be working together, and it would just be an
did you find Peacher yet, Citron?
But she was still saying it clearly, but these were the last words. Clearly, in a matter of time, basically what I'm trying to say is the world will end. Anyways, did you find Peacher yet?
No, not yet. I did. Wait, that was a lie. I actually found a clue. Look, Peacher must be in a secret place that only 2 plants can enter. You must bring your most strongest plant friends and bring them into this area, or else you'll get destroyed.
And then you heard this. I know where that is. I've been there before, and I've been there a week ago. We might have to go there. But only Sunflower and Peacher knew about this area.
Okay, so
you go to
that area. Go contact your friend Toxic, or no, contact your most strongest pea shooter friend, not pea shooter, another one, okay?
And she managed to call.
Pretend you heard Citron say this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you read me?
Yep. Right now, I'm trying to contact Toxic 1. I'm also trying to contact Pea Sniper, because apparently Pea Sniper has practiced accuracy for 50 years, he told me, and that he has aimbot, basically.
Well, we don't need aimbot cheaters, or else we'll get kicked out of the game, so we'll need someone else.
He doesn't necessarily have aimbot, only sometimes the plants are too fast for him, which according to what we know, Peacher can control time, so he can make himself really fast. He can also control the plants to go to him. So this means if Peacher doesn't be stopped in a matter of time, we will die. So right now, I'm gonna go grab Pea Sniper.
Beep beep. Darn it! There's a breach inside the Citron base. I know I can fix it. Oh no, zombies!
But Sunflower had to not focus on the plant base. Oh yeah, you have to be down in the abandoned gnome secret lab, which was also where Peter destroyed that thing. Because apparently it was actually abandoned, but because Peter destroyed it, it means he could control time now, and plus he fell in a pit, which caused him to be controlled.
Sorry, Sunflower,
So,
but I don't know you don't want me to die, but I'll have to go with you. I remember, I'm the strongest I'm the strongest species you know, remember?
yeah. Right
Well,
now.
not as strong as pea shooter, but yeah, still strong.
And then we saw binary codes, but you couldn't pass through somehow. But Sunflower was able to read the binary codes enough that we could read it because you didn't know how. Nobody knows how Sunflower can read a binary code, but it's actually because Sunflower has been practicing science, so she could become a scientist plant, but she has decided not to. We can't go down there yet. Let me read this binary code. Over here. It's over here. I read. Alright. In a matter of
Wait,
time.
let me go investigate over here. I think there's a binary code over here inside.
And then we found it.
It's in there.
Alright. And it was inside here, just hidden somewhere. Behind that glass. You weren't able to read it, but he asked Sunflower if she could read it, and she completely
Sunflower, can you read
read
this binary code? I think this is the last one we need.
Alright. Give me patience and time. It's very hard to read binary code with distractions. In a matter of time, time will freeze, no matter what. We will control time. We will take the world and make it ours. Nothing can stop us. Not even any source of duo like Sunflower and that creepy Electropy that stalks us all the time.
Oh yeah, I do stalk them all the time. I don't know why, but I actually stalk them so I could tell you guys all about them. Anywho,
And then we could finally be able to
you guys don't believe me, but Sunflower, do you believe me, right? Everything I tell you?
I've studied scientists for years, and I've seen you discover. So, according to my calculations, since I do believe your codes, we just need to locate where Peter is down here, because Peter could be hiding anywhere. You don't know.
Oh yeah, you know that I'm a master at technology, so... Oh, technology, you said. Oh yeah, technology.
Oh yeah, technology. And Sunflower had to tell you the binary.
Let me just get this open.
Hey!
Done.
You can't read binary codes though. That's the next step. The binary code is this time can't be manipulated, but time could control you. And
I think he's staring at us.
Could you be? But that gnome was doing nothing. We thought it was just a statue.
Wait, why does it feel like it stares at you everywhere you go? Like, you go over here, it looks like you...
And then behind us, we didn't notice, but this was a replica of Sunflower in case there was intruders, and behind us was a time flower. Warning, intruders! Warning, intruders! Warning, intruders! No. Don't worry, I can fix it! Turns off, even though it's still on in the game. And not a roleplay. Open up the chest quickly. That's the only way to get Peter out of this. Because I see something blue and missing. Why isn't Peter responding? Hang on, I can do this.
Pretend you saw that he jumped and pushed us both.
You should be Peter for this part. I got some good boss music for this.
Pretend you saw that I was in the chest and locked and pretend you tried to get me out but you couldn't. Ah!
Well, I wonder where Peter could be right now.
Pretend you saw a figure.
Yeah, I see that. And then you tried to give me a you gave me a riddle to see if I could get it right, and it was another binary code, and she read it perfectly.
Here. When all is lost, when all is lost, and you still couldn't come to save me. Is that true? Yes or no?
And then I read the binary code while you were trying to distract me.
But then I started the music and you couldn't do anything except dance, but I didn't dance.
And then Sunflower tried to read it, but she got it correctly still because this was a longer binary code, so that's why it took longer. But Sunflower was able to read it. You may not be weak, but you aren't powerful enough to take us down. Gnomes have infinity time.
Pretend you saw that I picked up your friend. Sunflower, help! Is this the friend you brought down the road?
And then I force pulled him over here, and then the gnomes finally found out one thing about Sunflower. She could control half time too. You're not touching him.
Pretend you saw that I killed him. You said no.
You can say, hey, that I dare you to turn it on again.
Bring it on.
And then I turned it on, and you saw I couldn't even, and I wasn't even dancing. I control half time too.
Tough luck.
If you can.
Pretend you saw that we generated too much power and we generated a bomb.
But that was a time bomb, so that time bomb could fast forward time to where everything's evil. But the gnomes wanted to.
Wait, what happens if you press that button?
That's what's supposed to unlock this code area, and then you have to unlock this code area to get here. That's what's supposed to happen.
Oh.
Anyways, continue to roleplay. Let's just say, before we actually continue to roleplay truthfully, here's a fun fact. The gnomes work for Grimnar, so they try to hide the bomb and destroy it without anybody near, because it could also mess up their time zone, murder them.
And thank you for the 2 viewers that are watching.
This was a time bomb, I guess. I don't understand how this could be the time bomb, but that flower was just a time bomb.
Pretend you heard Ishida and you did the same thing as him. God, I gotta get into the chest.
God, I gotta get it. We were trying to get it in different chests, and I stole it from you and put it in the same chest.
Pretend you saw that I got into the strongest chest and you said, hey!
Hey! And you locked it in time? God, binary code, how do I solve? Time is power, God, another binary code, oh God. And then it exploded, before Sunflower could do anything. And then this was a different time. Peacher could control himself now, but it was only up to Sunflower and Peacher to save the world, because everyone else was miserably controlled. And because time was messed up, they couldn't change it back, so this was
You can type in the chat anything if you want, but no swear words.
Yeah, we still got a turn the service here.
Anyways, we'll do a Fall Guys gameplay in another broadcast. So
yeah,
tune in for that.
That might be tomorrow for April Fool's Day.
Nope.
But Ty was broken, and it was only up to Sunflower and Peacher, because Peacher can control himself now after the explosion. And don't you realize you can just warp home? It's fine. You can take the long way. I guess that works. Get back up to Sunflower, cause you heard tons of screaming. Get off me! And you heard a loud explosion.
Somebody type in the chat. Hi. Hi to you, Draco Gaming.
And you saw Sunflower was trying to control it, but she was able to only force pull one person at a time. Don't know, I forgot I had the power. Got it.
Welcome to our stream. So we might do another stream about us playing Fall Guys. So yeah.
These are... And then you heard Sunflower say this. If Peacher isn't replying to me or helping me, then this means he must have been manipulated a little too much, that he must have forgotten how to talk.
Pretend you saw that I was fighting. Pretend you were teleported to a different timeline and you saw that we were fighting against corns. They were manipulated.
And then I went back to the present time zone, except it was the same effect, except it was gnomes and zombies.
Pretend, pretend you said, wait, let me go back to the future real quick.
Wait, let me go back to the future real quick. And Sunflower...
Pretend you look for clues, but then you saw Sunflower, you in the future dead right here because you were fighting, and Peter was right beside you. Get off her.
And before Sunflower died, Sunflower changed it, and Sunflower force pulled Peacher to another area.
Oh, potentially force pulled me into the Chomper's Pizza. What?
Come on, we gotta hide somewhere. We gotta hide somewhere. There isn't much shelter. We can't go off the center.
You copycat.
I'm not a copycat.
But copycats must die.
And then you notice this. But then you went to the future and you saw how Sunflower looking into the future as well. I guess he wants me to become...
Pretend you saw your future self. And you said, wait, is that how I'm destined to become? Griminar?
Is that how I'm destined to become? You can't see me because I'm invisible and I'm only just looking in the future. Is that my future?
Pretend you saw that I killed Peacher and you said, I have to fix this. No!
I have to fix this, and the only way to do that... And so Sunflower went back in time, and Sunflower destroyed something, and it was her small crystal ball of life. Wow. But this time she became visible in the future. But Peacher was there too, because of course he was trying to see what would happen next in the future. And she became visible. Say bye-bye to your life, Grimnar. And then it exploded. Does it seem good?
Pretend she was becoming a monster because she was too mad about the future.
But this
Pretend another sunflower hit because she didn't want the real Sunflower to kill her.
And then
Is she there?
And then you just saw how time was broken so hard that there was so many clones of the same plant about to get mind controlled, and you happen to see Sunflower in her red cloak form, which means she's extremely depressed, more depressed than anything. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go?
But every time she saw a plant, she would go and kill them because she thinks that they killed Pea Shooter.
I don't want you. You notice this was Sunflower when she's shy and she doesn't really want anyone near her.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
you had to.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
You have to change this Sunflower back to at least her regular cloak form. The blue one.
This character will become more important later in the plot. I'll tell you why. Wait, please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
Why shouldn't I shoot you?
Pretend you saw that I brought out your squishy toy. He should have left you this.
But then you heard something. It was like some sort of earthquake to you at first.
Well, ah!
But you realized it wasn't an earthquake. It was just the earth shaking. But that wasn't the only reason it was shaking. That's because Sunflower couldn't handle herself anymore. She's already broken her crystal ball of living. She's already went for 3 insane aliens. She's already tried to save Pea Shooter from time. It was basically the end of the world at this point.
Pretend Griminar came out and he said, maybe I shouldn't destroy this one. Maybe he's a Griminar fan.
But you only did it for cosplay, so when you took it off, you saw somebody behind you about to murder you. Now, what were you just doing?
Please, 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 please! I'm a Griminar fan!
Really? Grimnar fans don't take a Grimnar hair off.
Pretend you said, hey, what are you buying?
Hey, what are you buying?
Pretend you saw that I brought out my flip book and I showed you all my Griminar cards. I got Griminar, I got Ball Griminar, I got all the Griminars.
Wait, where did Ball Grimnar come from? And then at that point, Sunflower had finally found the real Pea Shooter. But because Pea Shooter can control himself now, he had to fight against his own, you know.
Waifu?
Okay, what the... And you saw this was a statue of Grimnar's money now because time changed. And then you found the real Sunflower and you have to snap her out of it quick. Oh, looks like it's the one who never gives up, huh? Never gives up. Jeez, I wonder why you ran away.
But pretend you said, wait, why is everybody a Griminar fan? Pretend even a Darkflower was a Griminar fan. You said, wait, why is everybody a Griminar fan?
Wait, why is everybody a Griminar fan?
Oh, hail Griminar! God dang it. Who bought all the Griminar cards?
And then it was this little flower right here. But this is just for the roleplay, that red flower.
Pretend you said, wow, they're really Griminar fans. Pretend you saw that brown in my chemist gun. Get ready to die.
You can't defeat me. But there is another timeline. Remember that crazy roleplay?
Yeah.
That might have just came to this roleplay. Every roleplay in Sunflower Pea Shooter, well, at least the ones in GW2, came. They came. All of them came. Started with the crazy one, where Sunflower can't control herself. She's already nearly blew up the world because she is her ultimate crazy form. And then you saw
You
this
said,
was in a grim.
Pretend you said.
Too.
Huh?
And that.
Every single Griminar! She did a Griminar! Attack!
And then you saw Sunflower was crazy enough to knock more than 10 Grimnar fans out. When
But then you saw another one.
And then you saw Sunflower was taking down everybody. So this is how you all want to. I've been in this state all your free time.
Pretend you saw the leader. Pretend you saw the leader.
And then you saw
Griminar,
some,
real Griminar's far. Where are you? We need help.
Unfortunately, I'm not here. However, I have seen a Sunflower from a different dimension. This Sunflower doesn't seem friendly. Don't get too close to her. She can tackle you. And also, she's very you can also infect this Sunflower. It's just very hard because she can destroy you in seconds. Get over here!
No. Pretend you said, how are you so strong?
But I was a little bit stronger because I was crazy.
Pretend you saw that I was able to knock you out, and I was really hurt by that. Yeah! Ding, ding, ding. Pretend there was the Sunflower who was in the wasteland dream from Pre-Shooter came, and she said, wait, there's a flower hurt.
Wait, there's a flower hurt. You saw this wasn't a Grimnar fan, but for some reason she was helping you and you figured out why. Because this was Sunflower from a different dimension. Are you okay?
Why are you helping me?
Because you're a flower. You're my species. Do you not realize why I'm helping you? Wait, that hair.
Pretend you saw that I took it off.
And then
pretend
pretend
Griminar saw that I betrayed you. Here, take the Griminar cards. These will help you on your journey. And what do you think pretend you saw the...
What do you think you're doing?
Pretend you saw that I throwed you some Nintendo Switch flower controller. Pretend you said, ow!
Ow. But you notice whenever Grimnar's angry, you'll just be wiped from existence. Bye.
Pretend Sunflower said no!
But Grimflower was also the flower from one of the role plays.
Pretend Sunflower saw that there were more people trying to fight Griminar.
But you saw the real Sunflower and people were happy to see her because she had been missing for 8 months in a roleplay. God, what's happening?
But then you said, why is every single plant fighting Griminar? Sunflower! I'm happy to see you. Pretend Griminar was shooting and I took you to cover. Come on, let's take cover.
And then you saw some sort of spiritual bond, and you noticed this was a real flower combined into a different timeline flower. Yeah, you might want to run.
I was about to kill Sunflower, but I took the shot. No!
You die.
But then you said, why did you do that?
Why did you do that? You know I didn't even took grandma's stuff.
Continue on. Find pea shooter. Ugh.
Sunflower was able to find Pea-Shooter, but Pea-Shooter wasn't in the best mood. See, because
he was in his
were...
cloak form, and you knew if he was in his cloak form, he would not be disturbed, or else he'll take out anybody who disturbs him in his meditation.
But you heard a faint voice in the background, and you were happy to see Sunflower after what's 8 months. Pea-Shooter, you there? Oh God, right, he's in his cloak form. Better run! There's so many things to run from. For once, Sunflower was scared. Sunflower had been hiding in the bushes. No one had found her.
Pretend a Grimmar fan was about to attack you, but I blocked it.
But only Pea-Shooter or Grimmar were ever able to find Sunflower because she's scared. Pea-Shooter?
You better run. Pretend you saw that all the Grimmar fans came and I said, bring it on. Yeah. Pretend you secretly watched me fight them. Come on. There you got.
And then you saw an upcoming attack because this was also the leader of the Grimmar fans, because apparently the leader of the Grimmar fans was healed, so of course he would survive. But you didn't want to know that was Sunflower, so she ran away as quick as possible.
Pretend when Sunflower came to check on Pea-Shooter, she saw that Pea-Shooter finally took out the leader, not with a bunch of scratches and blood.
Hey, Pea-Shooter. If you want to get healed and you know it, clap your hands. But you did it softly because you didn't want to burn your hands. There you go. You're gonna be fine. You're just gonna have to stay there.
Am I glad to see you, Sunflower?
Really, it's like, I feel like I've been gone for like 8 years instead of 8 months. It's like, I don't know. It's like something's controlling me again. And then she was able to communicate with it. But because Pea-Shooter is powerful in his cloak form, he could also read minds, and you found out this was your Sunflower combined with the one timeline Sunflower where Grimmar was possessing her. Ah, no, not you again. And
wait, what am I doing in here? Wait, who are you?
I'm Sunflower.
No, I'm Sunflower.
And then you heard a conversation, and you were able to enter Sunflower's mind and actually say stop. Hey,
stop.
You know, this was just a Sunflower from the other timeline. Pretend the Rainbow Flower is the other Sunflower.
Stop.
I'm the real Sunflower because
Stop.
I've been here.
But then you said, how did you enter? Oh yeah, you can read your cloak form.
How did you get in? Oh yeah. Let's not talk about it. And then Grimmar was up to Sunflower, but you knew when Grimmar was busy, you can't disturb him.
Pretend you saw that we were fighting in your mind, and you saw that Grimmar was fighting me. Come at me now!
And then Grimmar teleported to me. But this is still Sunflower's mind, so you couldn't disturb Grimmar just yet, but when he was done, you knew you could. Now, who's this little plant here?
Pretend I grabbed him. Hey, buddy, go back in the water!
And then Grimmar threw a chemist gun on your cloak, which was really bad because your cloak form was powerful and you had to stay in it. But it started dissolving it.
Pretend you started to rebuild the cloak even more stronger.
But Grimnar stopped Sunfire from doing that, and Sunfire couldn't. Sunfire didn't know what to do when she's against
Sunfire
Grimnar.
saw that Grimnar had a bat but I had a crowbar, and you said, "How did you bring real world weapons into a video game world?" Yeah.
How did you get World War II weapons?
Minigun.
But then Grimnar was gone. So you were seeing this the whole time because you were stalking us, but I guess you can voice Grimnar for this part.
How are you still with that pea shooter? He can teleport real weapons into this game. He can kill you if he wants to.
You know why? Because I'm the present Sunfire from my timeline.
That thing doesn't deserve to live. That's why I'm bringing the good, the bad, and the spiky in the real life. But then he said, "Oh no, he's the strongest friend in the world. Please don't do it."
And then you still stalked us, and you finally noticed Sunflower. Her did something that you shouldn't have seen.
What is it?
You know what? And this was one of Sunflower's biggest tasks, and she finally accomplished it, which was knocking out Grimnar. Just leave me alone!
Pretend she was ripping every single organ out of his body because she was so mad.
But Grimnar had infinite lives because in PvZ show, God.
Yeah, but he got killed by getting erased in the memory.
But then you saw Sunflower in a rage form. But this time she wasn't just in a rage form. When she does fire damage, it means she isn't a nice one to mess with.
Pretend she started ripping every single organ, and pretend you put her in her pretend you are starting to destroy everything in your mind, and you say goodbye, Peter, and you killed Grimnar.
Goodbye, what seems to be Grimnar dressed up as pea shooter. And then you saw,
pretend you saw that I had to get out of here before I was killed too. Beep, beep. Pretend you said, pea shooter, what are you doing here?
Pea shooter, what are you doing here?
Pretend you saw that I got out of your mind. What? Oh.
And you were finally in the real world, but in the roleplay, Sunflower is her rage mode, but because she's in her mind, her eyes were only black and couldn't respond. She was like unconscious at the same time. Unconscious, but like she had her eyes open, but they were black. When a plant's eyes are black, it means they're stuck in their mind and they can't get out when they want to.
And now pretend when Sunflower finally got out, she didn't remember anything. Are you okay?
Huh? Hang on. Okay. I was just talking with my dad.
Are you okay?
Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
I'm pea shooter.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody named Pea Shooter.
Pretend she could only remember in her childhood. She remembered Pea Shooter, the legendary plant. And she said, "Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, I forgot. You have the same name as Pea Shooter, the legendary plant that I knew from like when I was 10 years old, I think."
But pretend you remembered that it was actually him, and you were so excited.
Wait. And then she remembered Pea Shooter's cook one. Is that you, Pea Shooter?
Yes, I'm the legendary one. Pretend she started to chase me saying, "Can I get an autograph?"
Until you had to remind her that we were also best buddies.
Ah! Ah, please stop it. Pretend when she reached me, she was dragging me around saying, let's go visit every single place with you.
Let's go visit Asia. Let's go
Ah,
visit
please! Please
Egypt.
don't drag me into the sewers! Ah!
But Sunflower didn't remember this, but sewers was probably the most deadliest place imagined.
Please, this is the most deadliest place. Pretend she said, I don't care, I just want to be with you.
I don't care. I'm just gonna be, and that until you were
Pretend you
finally
saw.
able to come, and you continued saying that we were childhood friends back then. You just
We
don't
are
remember.
childhood friends back then!
And then you had to repeat that one last time and instead slap Sunflower including it, because that's one way to get her memories back, but there's also ways. You just have to say one memory and slap Sunflower 5 times at the same time to get her
Wait, this
memories
is
back.
gonna be the end of chapter 1 of this role in the live event. Pretend Sunflower found the Fall Guys button and she pressed it. No, don't. No! To be continued. To be
Hang on.
continued. Wait, you got Fall Guys on your Switch?